Hi everyone. So today was a much better day than the past weekend. I feel that the past weekend was just human torture. I couldn't believe it when I was at Wonderland on Saturday sitting there, you know, for the night and hoping somebody wouldn't tell me to leave, because I had nowhere to go. It was pretty terrifying. Thank God nothing bad happened. But I just never want to go through something like that again. And now that I haven't had my car for like 2 weeks, thankfully one of those weeks I was in the hotel, but this is a whole different level of dangerous now that I don't have my car, you know? Um, I have to take public transportation, I'm dealing with people a lot more. Um, it's very dangerous, but to not have a place to stay on the weekend is it's too dangerous. I mean, if they have a death wish for me, then it'll be made. If I don't have a place to stay, especially on a weekend where gyms aren't open 24 hours. And, this is the end of the month. Today's September 29th. Weather's getting colder, and it's just like, when is this nightmare going to end? Because I'm a person that does have a strong desire to live, and I want to, overcome this, what has happened to me, and move on with my life. I have to say the weekend was very tough with, not having a place to stay and being at the Wonderland train station one night and then hanging out at a laundromat then the next night and hoping not to be kicked out and whatever and having nowhere to go and no car. And now that I have no car, I have to take Ross with me everywhere. I can't leave him in the car because I don't have it anymore. The weekend was tough. The weekend I felt like giving up, and I tried to remain strong and tell myself that better days are ahead of me. And thank God for Ross. Times when I get really low, I look at him, and he can comfort me and helps me to continue to move forward during the most difficult time in my life. Um, but today was good because I got my cash benefit, so I was able to buy um, several things that I needed, sneakers being one of them, and also I was able to find a very cheap suitcase. I bought those things at Walmart, so I'm happy about that. And I still have some money left over to buy some food. Not that much money, but I have some money, and I'm gonna try to make it last because that's another thing that I went through in the summer. When now we're in fall, but in the summer I went through periods of starvation. Where I wasn't eating for a day or two because I just didn't have the money. It was insane. So now I just have to be very careful. Whenever I get money, I have to really think about food. I was very thankful that I was also able to buy some Tylenol and some ibuprofen um, because I wasn't able to buy that a few days ago when I was very sick. And that made me very depressed. But I was sick and I couldn't get myself over the counter medicine because I couldn't pay for it. But now that I have some money, I was able to buy it this morning. When I, got a bottle of Tylenol, got a bottle of ibuprofen. I'm like, good. you know? Of course, now that I'm talking, I start to cough a lot. I am drinking water. Um, but yeah, this has all been very, very inhumane, scary, dangerous, and it really needs to end soon. I need to find a permanent place to stay. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to get some things that I needed today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try a place, another resource, and see if they can get me a monthly bus pass. Because I've been riding the bus for free. The bus drivers have allowed me to ride the bus for free, but I do need to pay for my bus fare, which I can't afford. So I'm hoping that I can find a resource that can get me a monthly bus pass. Since we're almost in October. Yeah. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. And compression stockings. I need compression stockings. I reached out to my PCP, asked him if he could send a prescription to the pharmacy. I haven't heard back. Hopefully, I hear back tomorrow. Because you guys know the nightmare that I went through with compression stockings a few weeks back. And then that was so unnecessary. I need compression stockings when my feet get swollen. You know, that's a reasonable thing to want to, you know, for them to get better, to recover, heal. You know, all important things. So yeah, I hope I can get compression stockings tomorrow. The sneakers help now that I'm wearing sneakers. I didn't even have sneakers because they were stolen. So I was walking around in sandals. But now I have sneakers, so that will help. So right now, of course, every day is tough when you don't have a place to stay. But the weekends are especially tough and especially dangerous. And I've been homeless now for more than 6 months. And I was unlawfully evicted. This is institutional racism. I just hope this nightmare ends and I can find a permanent place to stay. And I always ask people for donations whenever they can do to help me. Because when I get into a hotel, even if it's for a short period of time, it always helps me a lot. So thank you guys for listening and have a good night.